about time. What's going on?
Rumor report.
This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, yesterday, Rick Rubin put out a new episode of his Broken Record podcast, and his special guest was André 3000. Now, people will not be excited to hear about this because, of course, people always want to know when is he coming out with some new music. Well, here is what André 3000 has to say about that.
I haven't been making much music, man. My focus is not there. My confidence is not there. Like, I'll just go to a piano and I'll set my iPhone down and just record. But I hadn't been motivated to do a serious project. I'd like to, but it's just not coming. In my own self, I'm trying to figure out where do I sit. I don't even know what I am, and maybe I'm nothing. Maybe I'm not supposed to be anything. Maybe my history is kind of handicapping in a way.
Yeah, there was some rumors that there was going to be a new André 3000 album coming out, and it was just all based on assumptions. It never really was confirmed. So just to double confirm that you probably won't hear anything, especially not any hip hop music from André 3000 anytime soon. Here's what else he said.
And so I'm just trying to find out what makes me feel the best right now.
Yes.
And what makes me feel the best is when I just do these random kind of instrumental kind of things. They make me feel the most rebellious.
Well, that's what it's about. It's about doing what makes him happy, and that's what makes him happy.
Well, listen, I listened to that whole Broken Records podcast. It's amazing. The reason Andre's not doing music is because of his social anxiety that he was diagnosed with and his hypersensitivity. And he talked about how success actually stifled his creative process. So I'm just happy that André 3000 is finally telling his story about dealing with social anxiety. And if you have not gotten a chance to listen to that Broken Records podcast with Rick Rubin, please go listen because it's incredible. Like, just a lot of the ways André explained what he's going through as far as his social anxiety, and any creative who deals with social anxiety should listen to that. Like, I'm gonna listen to it today in the gym, actually.
Yeah, he talks about his massive success and how that's part of the reason why he hasn't just been able to do this right now. Imagine that. You come out, people have these huge expectations. You're a huge artist, and then now you just don't have the confidence to be able to live up to those expectations.
He says if he does go back on the road, he's just going to do dirty, grimy clubs that hold like 50 to 100 people.
That's dope.
Yep.
All right, now Young Thug, in the meantime, speaking about new music, does have some new music coming. Now, he spoke with Hip Hollywood, and here's what he said.
We expect anything from you coming up soon?
Yeah, dropping an album in February.
Okay, any features that we can talk about, or?
No.
So, people love Young Thug, got his cult following. He makes some good music, so I'm sure we'll be looking forward to that in January or February. That's pretty soon. Now, other new ventures, Pusha T is opening up a ramen restaurant in D.C. It's a ramen and cocktail bar. So it's called Kitsuin, which translates to smoke or smoking in Japanese.
Okay.
And he's opening that location with other business partners, nightclub owners Wayne Johnson and Tony Perry, and NBA players Jarian and Jerami Grant.
If Drake wanted to come in there and eat, could he, you think? Would they let him?
I'm sure they'll take that money, right?
Yeah. Can't deny a patron. Just because y'all have a rap beef?
They might deny that page.
You think so?
He might put a little something in the food.
Yeah, he might be scared that, he might tear the place up or something. So, yeah, you got to keep him out.
All right, Adrien Broner, he has been ordered to pay more than $700,000 to a woman who says that he sexually assaulted her at a nightclub back in 2018. She said she was sitting on a couch. That's when he smothered her, shoved his tongue down her throat in Cleveland, and she also says that he continued the assault until his friend pulled him off of her. She went to the police. She filed a report. She filed a lawsuit against Adrien Broner, and he did plead guilty to assault and unlawful restraint of the woman. Now, she said she's been so scarred that she had to undergo months of counseling and therapy, and that's for PTSD. So the judge did say that he has to pay $783,000 in damages and fees to that woman. Now, they also said that Adrien Broner did not even show up to defend himself against the woman's claims. And the judge said the woman proved by clear and convincing evidence that Adrien Broner acted maliciously and that she did need that punitive award to punish and deter him from engaging in similar conduct in the future. So,
that's how Game lost all that money, right? Because he didn't show up in court? Same thing here?
Yeah, there were allegations against him. He didn't show up to his court date. So, that's what happened. But the judge does believe this woman and does believe that this happened. And he did actually also plead guilty to assault and unlawful restraint. So all of that did happen as well. So now Doja Cat is upset about a performance that she had. You know, we're still talking about this Rolling Loud festival, right? A lot of stuff apparently happened there. And she said that it was a terrible crowd and a bad sound system. She posted, bitches who come for me are the same people on Club Penguin without a membership, and they always got an eye patch and an apron on at all times. And then she said, when people were telling her, shame on you, she said, bitch, you are literally built like a garbanzo bean, you despicable me-looking Area 51 experiment and a petri dish ash bitch. So she was going on and on. Now listen to this, because what she's saying is that the sound system was messed up and people were heckling her, but she's saying it wasn't really her fault. She said the sound system was good. I couldn't hear myself. That's why I sounded like ish. And she said the crowd was effing terrible. Everybody looked like they were strung out. Here's what it sounded like.
The hell are you playing on this radio this morning?
That's what it sounded like at the Rolling Loud Festival that everybody was going in on her for. And she was saying it was the sound system's fault and not her fault.
Well,
Everybody got a bad night, though.
Either way,
well,
I'm not mad at the people for going in on her after what I just heard. Okay, I don't know who's to blame here.
But she said she couldn't hear herself, and so you can imagine when you can't hear that playback in the headphones, and you can't hear what the audience is hearing, and then you're still trying to perform and give it your best, and unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work out.
She's right, but that's one of those times the audience shouldn't have been able to hear her.
All right. Well, that was her reaction on Twitter. Sometimes, and when things like that happen, you explain yourself. No reason to actually respond to everybody going in on you, because all that does is make people do it even more.
She could have a zillion great shows, but that one show right there always irk her. You know what I mean?
That's what social media is, though. Social media takes that one thing and they highlight it for the rest of your life. They never showcase the good. That's the world, though.
All right. I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
What is it? They say people scream about your failures, but whisper your success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.